Hi Statistics, it's Thursday, the day before we go e-learning for another 2 weeks. I'm going to post a blank version of this. It's just a place where you can write down your schedule because meets and stuff are going to change for the next 2 weeks since we're all doing e-learning. For statistics specifically, we are going to do a Google Meet the last 15 minutes of each period. So second hour you will meet at 9:30 and fourth hour you will meet at 11. You'll do whatever video notes assignment is posted in Google Classroom first thing in the morning that you can work on during the first 30 minutes of class, and then the last 10 minutes of class we'll do the Google Meet. Keep in mind that we've been told to mark you as absent if you don't attend any live meets. So show up, turn your camera on, actually talk to me, because I'm sitting in my room by myself all day long, just like you. Okay, on to this. This is in your Google Classroom. It is the empirical rule assignment. We're going to do pages 1 and 4 together, and you're going to do pages 2 and 3 on your own. Oops. Okay, so let's take a look at first couple. The normal in a normal distribution, the percent of values that lie below the mean. Well, that is 50% below the mean and 50% because the mean is directly in the middle. 50% above, 50% below. Within one standard deviation of the mean. Do you remember our 68, 95, 99.7 rule? So I'm just going to use this one down here. So we got one standard deviation here, one standard deviation here. So that is 68% of us. So within 1, 68%. Within 2 is 95%. And within 3 is 99.7%. That is the empirical rule. Okay. Before we actually label for this one, so don't label the same way I do. You'll often see these labeled like this with this mu symbol. Mu means mean, and then a sigma, that means standard deviation. So it would be mu plus 2 sigmas, mu plus 3 sigmas, and over here would be mu minus sigma, mu minus 2 sigma, mu minus 3 sigma. Okay, and then in each space, what percent is in, oh, I don't have a mouse. What percent is in this section and what percent is in this section? Well, it's 68 split. So it's 34% here and 34% here. Okay, then what percent is in this section and this section? All right, well, it's 95 split, but we've already used 68% of that, so it comes out to be 13.5%. Same method to find the next two sections. It's 99.7, but we've already used 95 of that, so there are 2.35% left, 2.35% left, and then there's these tails that continue forever, and they're not empty. There is 0.15% of the population in the upper tail and 0.15% of the population in the lower tail. So now if you add all 8 of these numbers, you will get 100% because we're accounting for everyone. All right, now we're going to label this actually for this problem. So we've got 2,000 freshmen at this university who took a test, so their scores are normally distributed with a mean of 70, so put 70 in the middle, and a standard deviation of 5. So we're going to go up by 5s and down by 5s. 65, not 68, 60, 55. And I would highly suggest that you put these blue numbers in each section. Okay. What percent of the scores are between 65 and 70? Sorry, it froze a little bit. We're looking at from here to here. So good, 68%. What percent of the scores are between 60 and 70? Okay, so you're adding 34 and 13.5%. What percent are between 60 and 85? Hopefully you shortcutted and did 95 plus 2.35. What percent are less than 55? So that's just over here to the right, so that's 0.15. What percent are greater than 80? Add these two, 2.35 and 0.15. And now we have approximately how many. So this is slightly different. We already knew that between 60 and 70 was 47.5%, but now we're multiplying it by the number of people. And don't forget to change your percent to a decimal. Even though it has a decimal point, it's not currently a decimal, it's a percent. So you multiply those together and you get, I don't remember, 900, yeah, slightly less than 1,000. And we're going to do the same thing for the next one. The number of students between 55 and 60 was 2.35% of 2,000. And for that one, you'll get 47. Okay, let's scroll to the last page because this one is slightly different. Okay. First of all, I want you to use Staplet and type all these numbers in so you'll get your median, your mean, and if you look at the dot plot, you'll easily get your mode because it's the highest of the bars. Not the furthest to the right, but the tallest bar. Okay, and you'll also get your standard deviation. Go ahead and do that now. Pause the video. All right, then we're going to count. So your standard deviation was just a little bit less than 11. So I'm going to round it up to 11. And your mean was 85. So how many scores are within 11 units up and 11 units down of 85? And if you go back and look at your dot plot, that's an easier question. Plus or minus 11. There were 18. Yeah, 18 scores within plus or minus 11. Then for the next one, how many are 2 standard deviations away? It's 22. How many are plus or minus 22 units from 85? Okay, and that number is 25. And then we're going to change this to percents. So what percent of the scores were within 1 standard deviation of the mean? And it's not just 68. It is 18 divided by 26. So 26 total values, which is 69%. And here it was 25 divided by 26, which was 96%. So now we're asking the question, is this distribution normal? Why or why not? Well, we were expecting 68% of the data to be within 1 standard deviation of the mean. We got 69. And we were expecting 95% to be within 2. We got 96. So no, it's not normal, but it is really, really close. All right, so your assignment is to finish this and get that submitted. If you have any questions, I will be in office hours at 2:15, and I will see you tomorrow for the Google Meet at the end of your class.